Hello there, and welcome back to Lane's Rant. Today it's Sunday, so we are here for a little growing update. That's right. And we are at home at first, of course, because we need to check our basket farms. So in this basket, if you remember, we had spring onions and parsnips. Parsnips are going well. We've got 5 in each row. Wow. There's actually, there is 5 in that one. I didn't see that little guy there. And 1, 2, only 3 in this row. But the parsnips are starting to take lift off now. So that's some great news. And then over in our next basket, we've of course got, this is our oldest spring onions. So these are the most mature out of any of them. They still seem very, very small. And up next to that, we've got these little carrots. And I think the carrots have been dealt a bit of a rough deal, in a way. Hang on. There is a third carrot. It's right there. It's not looking good at all. Not looking good at all. But these carrots are kind of going, but I feel like these onions are causing a bit too much shade, and that is hindering the growth of our onions. But as you can see, these are about to flower. Well, not about to, but they will flower, because these are technically in their second year, because in the first year they grew their bulbs, and now they're in their second year, which is when onions like to flower. So we should be able to get loads of seeds off of these, hopefully. And here we have our basket of carrots, and these have gone absolutely nuts. So I'm really looking forward to getting some carrots from these. As you can see, the carrot leaves are actually starting to get quite high now. Especially this one right here. This one is going absolutely nuts. And now, welcome to the fruit corner. Things aren't looking too great over on this side. Let's just put it that way. Obviously, in the last one, I planted these 2 strawberry plants. And one of them was a lot stronger than the other. And that one is kind of going well, but still, it hasn't really done anything. The fruits are slightly bigger than they were, which is some good news, I guess. But this one on this side is really not having a good time. It gets blown around and we get snaps in the branches. We've got new growth down here on both. So hopefully this one's going to be able to save itself, but at the moment it's not looking very good at all. It's looking very weak and very feeble. Of course, we've got our apple trees. This one I am excited about, because look how big it's got. And not only that, we had a second one pop up. So now I'm going to have 2 apple trees, one for each side of the gate. So I'm super excited about that. I've got some big ideas to go with those apples once they're ready. Even though it's going to be a couple of years at least before we get any decent or tasty fruits off of it. We have our newest addition. You'll have to excuse the mess in the background. It's a bit of a work in progress at the moment. But our newest addition, this is a raspberry plant. Now, you might be thinking, this raspberry plant does not look happy. And you'd be right. It really is not happy. This plant has had a bit of a rough life. It's a setting, so it wasn't planted anywhere specifically, but it's planted itself on the back of a fence. And that back of the fence lines up on some council grass, and they have mullered it. They've completely mullered it. Down here, with their strimmers and their lawnmowers. They've completely busted it up. So I thought I'd try and save it and dig it up. Now, it was my first time digging anything up, plant-wise, and I'm guessing I'd done it wrong. I heard a lot of tearing noises as I was pulling it out of the ground, and I can only assume that they were the lovely roots of the plant. And I was left with one, it seemed to have one taproot, and that's all it had. So I've stuck it in some dirt and I'm giving it plenty of water. I'm trying to get it back into life, because surely it can survive off of its taproot for a little bit, but at the moment it's looking a bit floppy and dire. But hopefully we'll be able to get some fruits off of that, and then we will definitely, well, be making a profit because it was completely free. But as you can see, it's got a number of fruits growing on it already, including one almost ripe fruit right here, a perfect pink raspberry. Of course, we've got this other new addition. If you haven't seen the video of me planting this, I'll put a link up in the corner now. But this is our pride and joy, our blackcurrant plant. And I can't wait to get some fruits off of this. And again, since I actually planted it, it doesn't seem to have changed much. If anything, I feel like it's having some trouble, because the leaves at the top here are going a little bit brown, and I'm getting some brown leaves over here as well, and I don't understand what I've done wrong. I've put it in the dirt, I've made sure it's well drained, given it its mulch that it likes, and I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's just being a slow taker and it's going to take to the soil a bit better in a couple of weeks or something, and then we'll get something off of it. But at the moment it's looking pretty bare, and well, not bare, but just a bit beaten about and a bit worn out, a bit troubled, like it's had a bit of a rough life. I did start off in Asda, so it's not going to be the easiest of lives. Then we've got the wonderful inside the wooden shed with the plastic roof. Now, I'm doing a little experiment here, and I've taken some of the plants that were growing in here, and I've taken them and I've put them in the greenhouse up at the ranch. And I'm going to be comparing the difference in the growing between the ranch actual greenhouse, which is all glass, and this, which has only got a plastic roof and wooden sides, not specially insulated sides, it's just one layer of wood. And as you can see, our cucumber is going ballistic. Look at the size of this massive leaf, soaking up sun, and it's loving it. And we have our second leaf over here, ready to do the same thing. And it is almost time, almost ready to be moving this up into a bigger pot, and maybe even tying some sort of string support so it can climb up the string support, and then we can harvest the fruits from there and hopefully get some lovely cucumbers. And then over here we've got our single tomato plant. This is a cherry tomato plant, and this was about the same size as the one that was in the greenhouse back in the day, and since then they've been split up. One's been in the greenhouse, one's been here, and this is growing so much better than the one that's in the greenhouse, and I find that really strange. Maybe the greenhouse is too hot and it needs some better ventilation. Maybe I need to leave the window open on the greenhouse so it can breathe a little. But honestly, and this is part of the reason why I hate living in a town, that was a train that just went by and cut me off. So this tomato plant right here is doing an amazing job. It's starting to get nice and big, and this again is going to need repotting into a bigger pot. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bury it right up to the very bottom of these leaves, because the thing is with tomatoes is the way their stems work as long as the stem is under the ground, it will create roots. So the further that I can get the dirt up the plant, it will then create roots, and that will make a stockier, beefier plant with hopefully lots more fruits on it. And then we've got our trial tomatoes over here. And our trial tomatoes are basically the same age plants and same seeds from the same tomato as this one, but I've put them side by side in a kind of small pot with a stick in the middle. Now these are growing a lot slower, and I feel like the reason for this may be because they're competing for their nutrients, and where they're competing, they're kind of getting half the nutrients each, so they're half the size of this one. And yeah, that's what I can put it down to. So you have to let me know in the comments if you know what you're on about. Let me know in the comments if I've got that wrong, or if I kind of need to split these two up and put them into individual pots to get the most out of them. I wanted to see if I could do 2 plants in one pot, and it doesn't look like it's going particularly well. So yeah, now I suppose we're going to fly over to the ranch and we're going to have a look to see how the plants are growing over there. Let's go. Of course, we've got the stuff at the ranch. The stuff I brung up from my shed at home. Here we have our dual tomatoes. They seem to be growing very, very slowly. This one is doing a little bit better, the one that's on its own. This one's actually doing all right for a bit of a late season plant. And then over here, we've got the cucumber. It was looking very weak when we were at home, but now it's looking a lot better. We've got a nice big leaf there. Another one going there, so that is on its way to getting going. I noticed the one that I've got at home has got little spikes that come out of the stem there, and I think they may be roots because I could see a couple of them almost sticking out just there. Just there. So I'm hoping that that will start going a bit better. Might even get some cucumbers off of it. Down here we've got our beans that Hayley planted. Absolutely no sign of life whatsoever. And then over here we've got our lavender, Brussels sprouts, red onions, coloured cabbages and parsley, and there's no sign of anything on there as well. So that's not great. All of these seeds though that I've used here were actually 2 years out of date. I found them here on the allotment when I came up here. So yeah, I don't know if they're even going to work, or if this is too wet. It could be too wet because it is sitting in water, because I like to water these things from the bottom when they're seedlings. So make sure not to drop this. We'll put them up here. There we go. So they're out there getting their full sun now, and hopefully we'll be able to get some stuff off of these. Of course, there is Hayley's potato, which is going nuts. This was tiny when we put this in here, and now look at all these leaves. Hayley, what do you think of this potato?
I don't know.
Yeah? Do you think it's good?
Yeah.
Do you think it's growing well?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you looking forward to having some chips off of that?
Yeah.
Yeah? Oh, perfect. We're going to go and eat our picnic now.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go. So that's it for this week's growing update here on the allotment. Not much progress has happened recently, but we are slowly getting there. I've been planning getting some wood chippings delivered. That bit over there is a bit odd, isn't it? But it'll look alright once we're done. I'm going to put a plant over there with some flowers in it. But yeah, there you go. That's it for the growing update. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe. There'll be even more videos like this. Come on then, Hayley, bring the picnic. And you, boy. That's it. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. And if you've got anything that you'd like to say or any advice for me when it comes to growing seeds, please leave something down in the comments. And until next time, take it easy. Hayley, it's time to get up. Are we gonna get out? Do you want to go and eat your picnic?